Let's talk about the Red Sox and the playoffs. Hey, it's Mike. Thanks for tuning back in. Let me get myself situated here. So, it is freezing here in my office, which is funny. It's my first time being in here on a cold day. And I keep the door closed because the kitten gets up on the shelves and breaks stuff. But I also need heat in here, which I can't get with the door closed. So I need some sort of a solution. I was thinking screen door. Theo made the good point that the cats would just scratch the screen door out. So maybe a tall baby gate, which they do make. They were just expensive. So something that will allow me to get in and out easily, but also allow heat to get in and cats not to get in. Watched the Red Sox last night. I've actually watched more Red Sox games this year than I had in the last probably 10 years combined, or 15 years combined. In fact, I was reading Joe Posnanski this morning, and he talked about Platinum Glove winner and Ceddanne Rafaela probably going to win the Platinum Glove. And I was like, Platinum Glove? I've never heard of the Platinum Glove before. And sure enough, it was created in 2011. Of course, it's the best fielder in each league wins the Platinum Glove. And I stopped watching the Red Sox and baseball in 2011. So this makes perfect sense. I canceled cable 2011 right after the Super Bowl in February of 2011. And just didn't watch any baseball really for the next decade plus. In 2013, I remember getting Sling. I signed up for Sling, if you remember Slingbox, and then it just became Sling. Watched Sling. By the way, we have mail day here. Big mail day. We'll get there in a minute. I got Sling in October of 2013 because the Red Sox were a playoff team and I didn't want to miss it. And then canceled Sling as soon as the Red Sox won the World Series. Awesome. I did something in 2018 so I could watch them again. And each year I've done something so I could watch some Red Sox games. But this year I signed up for NESN for the first time. And I watched probably 50 games this year, which was awesome. And now, last night, I sat down. My wife sat down and watched with me too. And she was excited. She's watched a handful of games with me this year. So she knows the players and she was excited about it too. She watched the entire thing. And man, Garrett Crochet is amazing. And I loved that that Alex Cora just let him pitch through 117 pitches. And that's what you do with your ace in a must-win game. Was it must-win? Not technically, but yeah, kind of must-win. You got to win 2 out of 3. Meanwhile, Aaron Boone pulls out his ace, Max Fried, after 102 pitches. Why? His answers were not great, right? And then I love that you've got Aroldis Chapman in there closing it out, and they keep showing the bullpen, thinking you're going to see somebody warming up, and he was struggling. But Alex Cora was just either we're going to lose or we're going to win. We're not going to bring in another pitcher. We're not going to even warm up another pitcher. I love that. Cora is a great in-game manager. What's up with Aaron Judge's arm? I know he had an injury. The Sogard single, the Judge either lollygagged or couldn't throw hard enough. The Red Sox must have a scouting report saying if you have a light single, run hard, you might get to second on it. That was the turning point. Sogard should have been on first base. Yoshida would have had a one-run single, which would have tied it. And then, of course, the Bregman singing double later on in the game would have taken the lead, but still, it would have been a one-run game in the ninth instead of a two-run game. And the Yankees may have had whoever was on third base in the bottom of the ninth tag up, because that would have been the tying run on the fly ball to right field. So, yeah, really fun to watch. Just a great time. Love the Red Sox. This is my favorite team since 2004. and I can't say I haven't watched a lot of baseball, but I guess I shouldn't say I didn't have Nessun. In the past, Nessun was included in my my cable package that I signed up for cable a few years ago again. And so I have had Nessun. I just haven't watched a whole lot of it. Hasn't been that interesting to me. And then this year I was like, I'm going to start watching some more Red Sox and actually sign up for Nessun because I canceled my cable package again back in the winter time. All right, let's jump into some mail day stuff. Hang on, we've got a note. We have a note. Oh, this is from Tim again. What a guy. Tim, thank you so much. This is, he knows I love wrappers, so whenever he opens something, he sends me the wrappers. We have a 2002 Fleer Premium, and he takes really good care of them when he opens them. Here we go. 91 Donruss. Amazing. Thank you, Tim. Very, very kind of you. I appreciate that you thought of me. Aha. This is one I thought I had last week that was going to be my mail day last week. And it wasn't. And I was a little worried that it had been lost in the mail. But here it is. You really don't need to protect cards as much as, like, all this painter's tape is excessive. There was too much painter's tape on this. So this is a Jaylen Brown rookie hollow. You can't really tell because I don't have any sunlight in here. But it is a hollow, or a prism, silver prism, as you can see back there on the top. Yeah, I'm a big Jaylen Brown fan, and I wanted to add another one. Now, this isn't graded. If it were, I would be putting it in a PSA graded bag sleeve by the Penny Sleever. Mail Day videos are sponsored by the Penny Sleever, the best in the business. Use my code JWH2025 for 10% off your first order. In this case, I'm going to find one of my Penny Sleever one touches and put this up on my wall with my other Jaylen Brown rookie cards. And they are amazing. JWH2025, 10% off your first order. All right, that's two. I've got two more items here. This is from, my other sponsor, Collector Investor Auctions. Quick shipping. I won this in their last auction, their September auction. This is 1974 Topps Dave Parker rookie autographed. And as you can see, they are not using the Penny Sleever products. So we're going to throw this in. It's just kind of loose all around here. It's noisy with the plastic. So I'll show you the difference. Perfect fit. And I put it on backwards again. It's funny because, you know, I've done this maybe 3 or 4 times, putting them on backwards where the flap comes out over the front. Maybe 3 or 4 times out of 100 that I've done, and 2 of them have been on videos. That's okay. I will fix that later. But yeah, it's a perfect fit. All right, so that came from Collector Investor Auctions. Got that at a nice price. And it's not, those are surprisingly not easy to come by right now. You would think where he just got into the Hall of Fame, you'd find more of them. No. This is from, I don't know, John. I don't know what this is, though. Oh man. I'm building a nostalgia room, as you know. It's a lot of baseball cards, a lot of sports cards, but also bobbleheads of my favorite baseball players, video games from my childhood. It's a nostalgia museum of my life. And this, when I was in college, I used to go to, I went to school, I don't know, almost 6 hours from Boston. But I would take the bus down because I had friends who lived in Boston. And I'd spend a weekend and would go to at least one game. And I did that. I probably went to, I don't know, 6 to 8 games a summer. And I remember this very clearly. Seeing this sign and wanting one very badly, but not getting it. And I thought, this was probably 2000 or maybe 2001. And here's the sign. WEEI Pedro Power with a big K on the back. And I really, really wanted one of these. Didn't get it. And so I got back and I just emailed WEEI, whatever the generic email address was back then. And I said, hey, I'm in college in Maine. I'd love to have one of these. And they just mailed it to me for free. And it was on my wall for years in college. And then I had an office like this. No, I guess I'm trying to think how long ago I had to get rid of it. Anyway, I got rid of it probably 20 years ago, before I bought this house. And I decided to search for it again on eBay. And sure enough, there were a few out there. So I bought one. Really happy to add this. This will definitely go up on my wall, probably behind the door there. So, yeah, really excited. A wall of Mike nostalgia. That's it for today, you guys. I appreciate you watching. I probably do videos 4 straight days, well, 4 out of 5 days this week. Another one tomorrow, Thursday. Another one Friday, Attic Find Friday. And probably not on Saturday, but then on Sunday. And I will have a new podcast announcement very soon. I'll see y'all soon. Thanks for watching.